All right, y'all. In this one, I'm going to talk about, is the risk worth the reward? And I'm talking about lifting, exercising, any kind of exercise, especially lifting, but I'm talking about exercising, working out. Is the risk worth the reward? Before we get into it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. I drop videos almost every day, sometimes twice a day. I'm very consistent, let's put it like that. Click the link below if you want to save 15% on Javy Coffee. Even if you're not planning to buy nothing, click the link just to see what they got. They got a lot of stuff. You'll be surprised. Now let's get into it. All right, is the reward worth the risk? What do I mean by that, Rampant Time? What do you mean? All right, people that do tricks in the gym, all right, or tricks outside of the gym. I seen this one guy. It was very impressive. He was doing like clap push-ups. You know, you push up, you clap, whatever. Most people, if they're good at push-ups, they can push up and clap once or twice, and then whatever. But what does that do? That's my question. What does that do? This guy, he was pushing up and he was clapping behind his back. It was impressive. It was crazy. But that doesn't build any extra muscle. And there's high risk to that. You pushing up off the ground, you're clapping behind your back and in front of you. I forget how he was doing it. It was crazy. Now, what happens when you fall on your face on this hard ground? All right? Same thing with muscle ups. You know, muscle ups, I'm not saying they don't build any muscle, because they do. But all of the time that it took you to perform that muscle up, I'm not telling you not to do muscle ups. If you do muscle ups, especially if you already can do them and you're already good at it, then go for it. You already can do it. But for those who are trying to learn how to do muscle ups, and I'm not trying to discourage you from it either, I'm gonna say it before I say it, because somebody can put words in my mouth. A muscle up takes skill. It usually takes most people a long time to learn a muscle up. But point is, the amount of time it took you to do that muscle up, you could have been working on things you already know, or things that you can learn a lot faster. And you could build way more muscle than trying to do that dang muscle up. Just do a regular pull up, do some lat pull downs, do some rows, do a few other things, you know, your shoulders, do regular stuff. I mean, in my opinion, do regular stuff. Regular stuff is way more safe than trying to do these impressive movements. You know, I'm not dissing calisthenics at all, but I'm just saying, like, the majority of people are not going to be able to do that. It's impressive, and if you can do it, then go for it. I'm not saying I'm not trying to tell you not to go for anything. But I see people in the gym. I seen this old guy today. He was doing lat pull downs on the cable machine, the lat pull down machine or whatever. This old guy, he was about to tear himself out the frame. If you cannot perform a full rep, then you're lifting with too much weight. He was ego lifting. You know, and he was older. I'm like, bruh, you're not going to heal the same way you would have healed 20, 30, 40 years ago. I don't know how old the dude was. He looked like he was in his 60s. I don't know. You know, the older you get, the more important it is to pay attention to your form. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 30. I'll be 39 in August on the 4th. Yeah. Don't call me Leo and Team Leo and this on. I don't do all that. I don't do it. To each his own. I got my opinions. You got yours. I think it's witchcraft. So I'm good. What was no? I ain't asked you for all that. Hey, you believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. We can argue until the cows come home. When we done arguing for an hour, this is one of the reasons I be talking about I hate talking. We get done arguing for an hour. You're gonna still believe what you believe. I'm still gonna believe what I believe, and we just wasted an hour on whatever we was trying to do. All right. With that being out the way, I gotta explain stuff. Like, is the reward worth the risk? We're also gonna talk about compounds and substances that people put in their body through a needle to make themselves have bigger muscles. You know what I'm talking about. It's not worth it. All right. Yeah, that stuff works. It works. It works a lot. A lot of people, it don't work in this. Yeah, it do. Don't try to sugarcoat it by saying it don't work. I would never use it. I can never explain it to you firsthand. But I'm just saying, like, man, is it worth the risk? Okay. I know a guy, he was taking SARMs. And he only been lifting for like a month. He wasn't even lifting. He go to a gym that doesn't even have free weights. He does a lot of cardio and stuff. Why are you taking SARMs to do cardio? Like make it make sense, all right? Analyze what you're doing. If you're doing, especially if you're doing something that's risky, that you really gotta like pay attention to what you do. Pay attention to what you're doing. All right. You might say, "Oh, you driving the car right now, and you making a video." My video is I am not holding the camera. It is hands free. I am looking at the road more than I'm looking at the camera, and I'm driving the speed limit, and I know what I'm doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Hands free, the way to be. I used to point the camera at the road. A lot of people used to say that I was scared to show myself on camera. No, at the time I wasn't ready to film and record while driving. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, multitasking. A lot of people want to go in the gym and perform supersets, which I do. I do them all the time. I did them this morning. Especially when I'm pressed for time, I do supersets. But a lot of times I do supersets for finishers. I do them for different times for different reasons, all right? That's a whole nother video. But if you're not good, if you don't have good form with one lift, how you think you're gonna, do all these extra things at the same time? If you're a beginner, focus on learning your form. It is not worth the risk. And it also isn't worth the risk to jump the gun. All right? You just began, or you might have been doing this, but you've been doing it wrong. Now you're figuring out how to do it right. You're figuring out, a lot of people don't even know a proper form on a bench press, squat, deadlift, or anything is. Okay, let's take the squat for instance. A lot of guys, and if you're doing this, I advise you to drop your ego, put your ego and pride aside, put your confidence aside. Your overconfidence. I say don't be confident. Put your overconfidence aside and start over. If you're squatting and you're not squatting low enough, lighten the weight to where you can squat low enough and practice with that, and then gradually over time, as you build strength the right way, put more weight on the bar. If you're one of those guys that be squatting 3, 4, 5, 600 pounds, and you're not even doing it right, then it doesn't count. You're not impressing nobody but the people who also don't know. Same thing on the bench, same thing on everything. If you're hitching and cheating your deadlift up at the end, you're begging. You're begging for an injury. You're begging, knocking on injury's door like, please answer with a vengeance. That's what you're begging for. You know what I'm saying? That's like driving a car with your eyes closed, going full speed. You know what I'm saying? You're begging for it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just saying all this to say this, man. Stay safe. How are you gonna make gains? Ain't even the most important things, like how much muscle you can build, how much fat you can burn. That's not even more important than staying safe and injury free. But let's say you want it so bad that it's more important to you for some reason than being safe and injury free. I got muscle. I'm good. I done built it. I'm not done, but I done built more muscle than anybody that's disagreeing with me right now. But even me, I put safety first. People will say that I'm crying or bitching or whatever, when I say things in the gym about form and being safe and not want to be injured, let's say your gains are more important than you being safe. I don't know how, but it is. Let's say it is. How do you expect to build more muscle if you're in a hospital? How do you expect to build more chest muscle if you done tore a pec or tore a bicep? You expected to get bigger arms, you done tore your bicep doing stupid stuff, swinging with the weights and not having proper form. Be safe. Swallow your pride. Nobody's, well, I ain't gonna say nobody's looking at you. That's a lie. Everybody's looking at you, and some people are looking way too much than, you know what I'm saying? People look at me and try to judge me. Okay, for instance, I was doing, this a long time ago. Well, not too long ago, about a month or two ago. This already happened, right? So, I'm doing straight bar curls. I only got 10 pounds on each side. The bar is already 45 pounds. And I got 10 pounds on each side. And it's a straight bar curl. Straight bar curl is way harder than easy bar curl. Easy bar is the bar with the bends and stuff. Those are easy to curl up than a straight bar. You know, the bar that you bench press with. And I'm going for reps. And I'm going for good form, good reps. I'm 149 pounds this morning. I think I was probably 155, give or take, at the time. So I'm doing 45, 55, 65 pound straight bar curls for like 15 reps, all the way up, all the way down. Ooh, I gotta get gas. With a squeeze at the top. You know what I'm saying? Good form, squeeze at the top. That's how you build muscle. You know what I'm saying? Hypertrophy, mind muscle connection. I'm implementing those things that a lot of guys that go to the gym, they know how to say these things, but they don't implement them. So this guy comes to me, man, I swear you should put more weight on the bar. You build more muscle. I'm like, bro, I got more muscle than you. And I'm supersetting this with pull-ups. So I'm getting so much more bicep work, and my biceps staying a little more safer by me not ego lifting, being stupid. Put your pride aside. And for one, how the heck you telling me where I weigh 100 pounds less than you, but my arm's still bigger than yours? Stop trying to, that's another thing. Stop trying to teach people who already know and you clearly don't know. You know whether you know or not. You know what I'm saying? Put your pride aside. Stop acting like you're not going to learn much if you think you already know. Trust me. I used to be that. I used to work. If you're like that, I was worse than you. I swear. You could not have been worse than I was. But, it's not worth it. I mean, people doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, you got to watch your supplements too. You got to watch your caffeine, you know. And that's another thing. Don't over caffeinate on these pre-workouts. Click the link below if you want to save on Javy Coffee. Yes, there's caffeine in coffee, but there's not nowhere near even a quarter the amount that you have in pre-workout. That's another problem that I was talking about. Like, these guys are going to the gym, they hyped up on pre-workout. I've seen people take 3 scoops, two or 3 scoops, go in the gym and not work out. You got all this energy for what? Just to talk? Just to be, oh yeah, I took, look. I'm like, bruh, if you don't get away from me and use some of that energy to lift the goddamn weights, there's none of my business what you do away from me. Just get away from me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk to the people that want to talk. It's always like, in my gym, it'd be like, if it's 50 people in there, there's 5 people working out, and the other 45 of them are trying to talk to the 5 people that's working out. I swear. And if you go to a gym and you don't think that, you're probably one of the 45s. Shout out to the 5. You know, like I said, I got 5 people watching the video right now. I get 50 views on average. I usually don't get more than that. You know, if you like my videos, if you like the things I be saying, if you agree, or you think I got a good point, or you think I got a good message to share, feel free to share it. Facebook, Instagram, community tabs if you got one, word of mouth at your job, at college, at school, at church, the grocery store. Anytime you get in any dispute about fitness, or anybody tell you how to lose weight or whatever, if you follow my methods, it'll be better to share my video with them than to try to explain it. You know what I'm saying? Also, yeah, I'm doing it for me. I want you to share the video for my growth also, but at the end of the day, we need to spread the message. Like, I think I be giving good messages. I mean, not too more horn, but you can call it what you want to call it. But hey, you can't deny the facts. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you're trying to. If you're one of the 5, you're definitely not trying to. You share me out. It's not worth the risk. Also, dirty bulking. You know, dirty bulking is a terrible thing. A lot of guys, we're taught and it's embedded in our heads. Like I said, I like to hammer things into your head. A lot of these people have it hammered in their head, including my old self, that you got to eat big to get big, and you got to look all big, you got to be swole, where most of it, if you're natural, most of that weight that you gain is fat. A lot of guys don't even know that when they lose weight, if they're trying to get a six-pack, they're going to have to lose 100 pounds just because they gained it. And I'm not talking about anybody that's overweight. I'm talking about bodybuilder types. And I'm not talking about people that compete. I'm talking about any bodybuilder types. From the ones that compete to the ones that don't. I don't compete. But I still consider myself a bodybuilder because I'm in there building my body. So, unofficially, I'm a bodybuilder, a natural bodybuilder. So if you compare me to somebody who's not natural, then I don't know how you like to compare it. Like, that's like comparing a goddamn, I'm in the Honda Civic right now. Stock. Everything's stock. It was a brand new car when I got it. It's 2018. But comparing me to somebody that got there souped up and done all kinds of stuff, then added 200 more horsepower and this and that and the third, well, it's the same thing. You should be able to keep up with. How the heck am I, man, dog? But yeah, man, comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. I just want to chime in and tell y'all to be safe. Stop jumping the gun if you are or you plan to, or if you ain't even started yet. Even better, because I feel like I got somebody I can mold. So hit me up, man. Anything you need below, comment. I'm gonna redirect you. I most likely have a video about it. I will direct it to you, or I'll make a video about it if I don't. You know what I'm saying? So anything you need, hit your boy up. That's what I'm here for your gain and mine. So, you know, just to keep it real. There's a lot of things I say that the other YouTube influencers won't say. They won't even tell you half the truth, even though they know better. That's what kills me the most, is people that are fit that won't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to. If you're not paying nobody has to give you this information. But I'm just saying, the ones that give you misinformation, sell your product, get ad revenue and all that, and they know better. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem in fitness, you know. But yeah, man, anything, comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy, peace.